Ladies, let me tell you something. No contact is a good start, but it's not enough. You want him to feel it, you want him to understand what he lost, then don't just disappear, elevate. No contact is a good move, but it's not enough. You want him to feel it, you want him to realize what he lost, then don't just disappear, elevate. See, when a man knows he's losing a good woman, he expects her to be sitting there, waiting, wondering, hoping he comes back. That's what most women do. They sit in silence, thinking that no contact will make him miss them. But silence alone doesn't send the message. If you want him to truly feel it, you have to make a shift so big that he has no choice but to notice. Instead of waiting, you step into your power. You focus on you. You glow up. You take that energy you were wasting on worrying about him and put it into yourself. You get back to the gym. You focus on your career. You improve your mindset, your look, your lifestyle. You become the woman he never thought you could be without him. That's the move. That's what makes him feel it. Because see, men have a funny way of noticing when you stop needing them. They can sense when you've detached. And the moment he realizes you don't care anymore, that's the moment he starts wondering. That's the moment he starts feeling it. A lot of women think that cutting contact means waiting in silence for him to come back. But that's not power. That's not how you win. You don't win by hoping. You win by moving forward. When you shift your focus from him to yourself, you break the cycle. You take back control. And men, oh, men feel that shift. They always do. He might not say it, but he'll feel it when you stop texting, when you stop watching his stories, when you stop being available. But more than that, he'll feel it when he sees you thriving, when he sees you smiling, when he sees you leveling up. No contact is just step one. The real game changer is what you do after that. It's about becoming the version of yourself that he thought you needed him to be. It's about proving, first to yourself, then to the world, that you were never dependent on him. That's when the tables turn. That's when he starts questioning everything. Because here's the truth. A man doesn't regret losing a woman who disappears. He regrets losing a woman who shines without him. So you don't just go no contact. You go upgrade. You step into your best self. You build a life so beautiful that he can't help but notice. And by the time he realizes what he lost, you'll be so far ahead that looking back won't even be an option. Now, let's talk about what this really looks like. It starts with mindset. You have to understand that no contact is not about him, it's about you. It's about breaking free from the emotional chains that kept you stuck. It's about taking back your energy, your time, your self-worth. Because the truth is, as long as you're sitting around waiting for him to notice your silence, you haven't really moved on. And men can feel that. They know when you're secretly hoping they reach out, but the moment you truly let go, that's when they start chasing. That's when they start feeling that loss deep in their soul. You have to understand, men don't respond to words, they respond to results. They don't care about long emotional messages. They don't care about you telling them how much they hurt you. What gets their attention is action. What makes them feel it is seeing you become the woman they didn't believe you could be without them. It's seeing you smile without them. It's seeing you succeed, seeing you laugh, seeing you glow in a way you never did when you were with them. That's what makes them think twice. So what do? You work on yourself like never before. You take that pain and you turn it into power. You get in the best shape of your life, not for him, but for you. You focus on your passions, your career, your happiness. You become so busy leveling up that thinking about him becomes an afterthought. You surround yourself with positive energy, with people who lift you up, with experiences that remind you of your worth. And trust me, the moment he sees you moving like that, he's going to feel it. See, men are competitive by nature. They don't want to feel like they lost. They don't want to see another man appreciating what they took for granted. They don't want to see you doing better without them. And that's exactly why this works. When he sees that you've outgrown him, that's when he starts regretting. That's when he starts feeling like he made a mistake. But the beauty of it, by then you won't even need his validation anymore. Now let's be real. There will be moments when you feel weak, moments when you want to reach out, moments when you wonder if he even cares. But let me tell you this. Every time you feel that urge, remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself of the times he made you feel unworthy, the times he took you for granted, the times he made you question yourself. And then, instead of texting him, use that energy to push yourself further. Use that energy to become unstoppable. Because the real goal isn't making him miss you. The real goal is making yourself so powerful, so confident, so fulfilled that by the time he does miss you, you've already moved on to something greater. You've already become the best version of yourself. And that's a win no man can take away from you. So no contact is not enough. No contact is just a foundation. The real magic happens when you turn your silence into success. When you stop waiting and start thriving, when you let your actions speak louder than your absence. That's how you make him feel it. That's how you make him understand. But more importantly, that's how you win. Silence alone isn't enough. Success is the real message. If you really want him to feel your absence, you have to do more than just disappear. You have to elevate, evolve, and become someone he never thought you could be without him. That's when it hits him. That's when he realizes what he lost. No contact is a starting point, but transformation is what truly sends the message. A man will always notice when a woman detaches, when you stop texting, when you stop calling, when you stop making an effort. He'll feel that shift. But what really gets his attention is when he sees that you're doing better without him. When he sees that you didn't just survive the breakup, you thrived. That's when the regret starts creeping in. That's when he starts questioning everything. The mistake most women make is thinking that silence alone will make a man miss them. That if they just disappear, he'll come running back. But men don't respond to silence the way women do. A woman will sit there and analyze the absence, overthink every moment, wonder what he's doing. A man, he moves on until something forces him to stop and think. And the only thing that stops him is seeing something that shakes his ego. Seeing a woman who was once emotional over him, now living her best life without him. Seeing her glowing in a way she never did when she was with him. That's what hits him the hardest. If you want to make him feel your absence, you have to stop focusing on him altogether. The more energy you give to thinking about whether he notices, the more power you're still giving him. The real way to make him feel it is to genuinely move on, to become the best version of yourself for you, not for him. That means leveling up in every area of your life, mentally, emotionally, physically, and even spiritually. It means putting yourself first in ways you never did before. Start with your confidence. When a woman radiates confidence, it's impossible to ignore. Men are drawn to women who know their worth, who don't seek validation, who carry themselves like they are the prize. And confidence doesn't come from pretending, it comes from real internal growth, from knowing deep down that you are valuable with or without him. The moment you start seeing yourself differently, the world, including him, will see you differently too. Work on your goals. Nothing is more attractive than a woman who is focused, driven, and unstoppable. When a man sees you out there accomplishing things, doing what you love, and making moves without any thought of him, it stings. It reminds him that he was never the center of your world. It makes him wonder if he was ever as important to you as he thought. And that's the moment the power shifts. That's when he starts looking at you with a different kind of respect. Take care of your physical self. This isn't about revenge. This isn't about making him jealous. This is about becoming the best version of yourself for you. When you feel good in your own skin, it changes everything. You walk differently. You carry yourself differently. You radiate a different energy. And trust me, people notice. He will notice. He will see the glow. He will see the change, and he will feel it. Protect your energy. One of the biggest mistakes people make after a breakup is entertaining drama. Checking his social media, wondering if he's moved on, trying to prove something to him. It's all wasted energy. The moment you truly let go is the moment you take back your power. Focus on your peace, protect your happiness. Stop letting someone who didn't value you take up space in your mind. The more you detach, the more attractive you become. Surround yourself with positivity. Be around people who uplift you, who remind you of your worth, who push you to be better. Nothing is more powerful than a woman who is loved, supported, and surrounded by good energy. When he sees that you're genuinely happy, that your life is full of joy without him, that's when he really starts feeling it, because he realizes that you never needed him to be happy. You were always enough on your own. Men don't regret losing a woman who begs. They don't regret losing a woman who cries. They regret losing a woman who grows, who transforms, who becomes everything they didn't believe she could be. That's what makes them look back. That's what makes them wonder. And by the time they do, you'll be so far ahead in your journey that going back won't even be an option. Every time you feel the urge to check on him, to wonder if he's thinking about you, remind yourself of one thing. You are the prize. You are the woman he will one day wish he had treated better. But that day won't matter to you because you'll be too busy living the life you always deserved. By the time he realizes you'll be too far ahead to look back. That's the moment he truly feels it. Because here's the thing. Most people don't appreciate something until it's out of reach. When you keep yourself available, when you keep waiting, when you sit there hoping he comes back, you're still giving him power. But when you move forward, when you elevate, when you become someone he never expected you to be without him, that's when he starts to feel the loss. Men always assume they have time. They assume you'll always be there, always be an option, always be waiting. It's when they realize you're not that they start to regret. But by then, you've outgrown them. By then, you've built a life so full, so strong, so fulfilling, that there's no room left for someone who didn't see your worth the first time. That's the real win. That's the real power. A man doesn't feel a woman's absence just because she stops talking to him. He feels it when she stops caring, when she stops needing his validation, when she no longer reacts to him. That's when it hits him. Silence can be powerful, but only if it comes with change. If you disappear but stay the same, he knows you're still waiting. He knows you're still hoping. But when you disappear and elevate, when he sees that you didn't just move on but moved up, that's when he starts questioning everything. He expects you to be the same. He expects you to still be checking his social media, to still be thinking about him, to still be hoping he reaches out. But when you stop watching, when you stop wondering, when you stop caring what he's doing, that's when the shift happens. Because now he's the one wondering. He's the one checking. He's the one asking himself, what if? There's nothing more powerful than a woman who realizes she doesn't need anyone to complete her. When a man sees that you're thriving without him, when he sees that you've become even more beautiful, more successful, more confident than you were before, that's when he truly understands what he lost. Not when you cry, not when you beg, but when you rise. And the best part, by the time he realizes, it won't matter anymore because you'll have already stepped into your best life. You'll have already attracted better. You'll have already become so fulfilled, so focused, so unstoppable that going back isn't even a thought in your mind. And that's the real power. That's the real revenge. That's how you make him feel it.